Joining me right now on Kumite Radio is Andre Ewell. He'll be fighting at UFC Fight Night 137 on September 22nd versus Renan Barao in Sao Paulo, Brazil. What's going on, Andre?
Hey, nothing much. Thank you for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. First thing I want to get into is the Fuck It Challenge. I saw the video, man. It was entertaining to say the least.
Hey, so points on that for bringing that one up, because literally to this day, it was my favorite video of the Fuck It Up Challenge. I promise you. I'm actually gonna probably post it or repost it again just to have it out there. But I'm a fan of dancing, man. Like everybody that knows me, that like growing up, my mom used to tell me I never had a rhythm, and I knew she was telling the truth when she said I was offbeat in church. And I was like, all right, I know you ain't lying. I know you ain't lying. And so it kind of came off of that. So ever since then, I've been like trying to grab my own rhythm, and the rhythm just started to flow with me, So Fuck It Up Challenge was literally my favorite dance video in the world right now.
Hey, it was pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, thank you. So now it always gets posted every time or every fight that end up happening. That video gets posted all the time. So so I know. Even if they haven't seen it, they're going to eventually see it, and they're going to be like, dang, this dude always posted every time he gets done fighting and fucking shit up. So I'd be real about it.
All right, in your career so far, you have come up short a few times when you fought for the title. What did you take away from those moments that has allowed you to propel your career to where it is now?
Truly learning lesson. Like, basically how to take every fight. I take it like one day by day. Two, I take my losses as if I took it as a win, or I take my wins as if I lost. So I always end up critiquing everything that I end up doing, working, doing my homework, and trying to make sure that I'm performing and looking better the next time I go out. So every time that you end up seeing me, it's better. But yeah, you can just place it on there a moment of he's someone that ended up learning from his losses, because all the times that I did lose is me moving up in weight, So I ended up learning my credibility, because I eventually am planning to move up. Basically, probably after the first contract, then I'm gonna come up to 45 and dab in there. But I already knew where I need to work on. It was like the jits and everything. But now my jits is like sneaky as hell. So, anybody that ends up fighting or going up with me, they think I don't have floor game because that's how the fights ended. But circumstances happened, and some of them I had nothing to do with. And the only thing I can do was just ended up make sure that my body was perfect the next time that I end up fighting. So so it's like one of those situations. So I end up taking my losses as if I need to do my homework just as I take my wins as in if I lost. Do homework, end up perfecting it, and make sure the next time I end up being or showing, it's going to be an exciting show for everybody to end up being excited about.
CES 50, man. 3 months ago, you snatched up the bantamweight title via third round submission. Take us back to that glorious night.
One with a tough opponent, Dennis Paiva. Always gonna give him credit every time I end up speaking his name or anybody ever brings it up or says my toughest fight. That will be the toughest fight. Just the fact is, I got to perform and excel to a level that people didn't see or thought. And it's one of those moments that it showed every round. I'm going to end up giving it every ounce of what I have on top of the table, and it just got pushed. It's like one of those, he had his wrestling, I had my stand up, and what separated us was the jits game and us being tired. I went out there for one thing, and that was honestly to grab crowd, some audience, a fan base, and I actually went out there and did what I had to do, and that's what came out. And I came out with a fan base. Because, he was, let's be real, he was his hometown. He was the hometown favorite. I came to his house, and not knowing that even though I'm in your house, when we got in the cage, you just got done playing in my hometown. So regardless of where it is, the cage is my house. It's just like that. It doesn't matter where we're at. You just became the intruder, the way I look at it, But that was a tough fight. That was my boy. And we became friends after. I still owe my man the drink. So let's just let that be out. I still owe my man the drink,
So the cage is kind of like a mobile home for you.
There you go. It travels. You get ahead and lynch it on the truck and just go ahead and just, hit up on a couple of the dirt roads and just make it happen, So wherever you end up landing, that's the home, That's just how I look at it. And people don't end up getting it because they always feel like, oh yeah, you know, he might get uncomfortable or he's coming to other people's home, like, you know, or you can get nervous and all that other stuff. And it's like reality, I don't get nervous because I'm just me. And as long as I'm being me, when it comes down to it, you're gonna end up you're gonna end up loving me, and then two, I feel comfortable. That's the whole point. It's about being comfortable. And me, I'm comfortable everywhere I go. You know, unless it get awkward. I'm not good with awkward. You know, when things like really like awkward. Like I'll be like to be on the awkward person, like, you know, like I'm the wrong person to be awkward with, and I'll be like awkward. Oh shit. You know, but yeah, it's like those stuff like that, man. Definitely.
You started your professional career in 2015. You got signed by the UFC within 3 years. That's an incredible feat, man. What were the emotions like when you got that call? Because I know you were emotional.
To be honest. So again, this is like a true story. So like when I ended up getting the call, like literally I almost walked away from like the whole UFC thing because it was about like backstabbing people in the back, and I'm not with that. I'm like 100% loyal to what I end up doing, you know, and whoever's around me, that's just how I am. So I ended up getting offered by some ex-managing group, and the managing group kind of like called in the base like, oh yeah, we can get you in, just end up leaving the person that you're with right now. And to be honest, I went to this person to leave that person to get back, you know, over here, just because he's the reason why I even took up the whole managing group, because I ended up believing in trust, which his name is Matt Dodge. Dodge Sports is his managing groups. But he was with KO Reps. He separated. I went with him. And the whole KO Reps dude tried to sneak one in, because when I got the call, they called him, and not knowing that I already separated with him and go with Matt. And what ended up happening on that situation, he tried to run one by simply saying, yeah, I got him in. All you got to do is leave him and come to me. And so they gave me the phone call. I already told them, no, I ain't leaving. You know, I was like, I'm going with him, even if it's today or in the year process. I already know basically the program that I'm on. And I already knew I was going to make the UFC is either today or tomorrow, but regardless of the situation, I'm going to make it. I was determined. It's like laws of physics of how the universe is going to connect us together, and that's what's going to happen. I knew it. Now it's just a factor in more fights that come around, more people starting to believe and then start following, and, you know, the whole situation. So it kind of ended up floating into that like boat. But anyway, I ended up getting ready to walk away from it. I said no. I was like, if I ain't there with my team, my normal team, I'm good. Finds out that he just reached out to him because my name was still tagged on him. So I ended up fixing it, and now I ended up walking on. So the time that I got on, it was like the whole moment of me being homeless and everything, like me and my mom, like, you know, basically the whole thing is me trying to secure my family, the whole nine, you know. So yeah, about to be homeless 2 days before I end up signing. That situation happened. So when they told me that I'm in, like half of my face was like pissed off. I was like angry, you know. And then the other side was like balling up, and I was like, my mom was sitting there, we're like literally in the bank, and she was just looking at me like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know. We made it. Like, you know, it was like, made what? Mom, I'm in. UFC, da. So it was kind of like emotional. It's like you just see one side like tearing, and the other side is like, keep a straight face. Keep a straight face. Like, you know. So yeah, it didn't really end up hitting me until like a week later when I ended up getting like this, one of my buddy's daughters wrote an essay about me, about meeting me on her birthday, the whole night. 'Cause I literally came over there, you know, to say happy birthday and all. And I didn't know it was like a big deal, but it made it a big deal when she wrote an essay like, oh yeah, Andre, that called me the Afro Monkey, like that. He came in and said hi. I was shy, I mumbled, and like first sentence, I'm already like balling up, right? Like I'm like literally crying. Like it was like 2:00 in the morning reading it, and I'm like crying already. And it was like, that's when I knew everything that I have done, all the hard work that I ended up doing, you know, for my boy, trying to be back in his life. Like literally without my son, no one would even know about me. We'd probably be talking today, you know. Like everything that built up into that situation hit me, and it hit me 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning off of a little essay that a young girl ended up writing about me, you know. So it's like one of those, like the storm hitting waves, but I already know, like after the fight, I already know I'm going to end up falling even more to be 2 days about to be homeless, and then, or 2 days before me signing, about to be homeless, to a moment of I'm about to be on one of the biggest platforms, you know. And it's like people don't end up getting it, but yeah, it's just, it hits. Everything ends up hitting. It's like a deep story, but things hit.
Yeah, that's a wonderful story, man, and the story continues. You have 4-fight winning streak, all finishes, 3 out of the 4 are in the first round. Is your confidence level at an all-time high right now?
Oh, confidence has been on the top the day that I started, man. I'm just simply saying, like, I'm telling people I'm like the Bobby Brown, my prerogative on the situation. Give me the mic. I'm about to go ahead and just blow. I'm going to go ahead and sing this song out. I left the New Edition. They don't even know. I'm waiting for the phone call with them. I didn't get the phone call, but as soon as I left the New Edition, they gave me the phone call. You just feel me. You feel me. So anyways, confidence is automatically on top. I end up even writing it down, like on my notes, saying that I'm going to end up fighting 4 times this year. I was going to make the UFC come my 4th fight. Basically, I was like already telling my future in the beginning of the year, like writing my New Year's revolution type things, you know. And I end up stating out of the 4 fights, it's going to be 3 knockouts, 1 submission. I already got 2 knockouts, 1 submission. So the last one is about to end up being more spectacular because ain't no one going to really know until I end up posting the notes and letting them know that everything that I end up stating I was going to do, I'm doing it. You know, so it's just end up letting people know, like for the young people, it's like you put your mind into it, you put the work and dedication, and what you end up doing, you're gonna end up basically doing magical things, you know. And I always end up looking at anybody else that end up looking up to me. Make sure you aim to be better than me, because every person I end up looking up to is that I want to be better, and I get that chance, I'm gonna end up showing them that I'm better than them, and then me, and I'm including myself, because every day I want to be better than I was yesterday. And that's how I end up looking about life, you know. So small things like that.
Yeah, you're doing your little Nostradamus thing right there with the notes.
You feel me? I'm just saying, right? And then, you know, I'm gonna have my notes on for 2019. I'm gonna start that one up, and then, you know, and probably on that end of that one's gonna be like move up to 45 and take over that. Cause I'm gonna take over 35, and they, you know, people don't end up understanding I'm like the best fighter, and I'm going to tell them that, and I'm going to keep on saying it. And if anybody feels like that I'm not, hey, challenge accepted. My challenge is always out there.
Nowadays, fighters have to be unique, and you have a unique way about yourself. But what exactly do you bring to the division that it has never seen before?
My cowboy boots. Reebok. Okay? Reebok. I got the sticker today. I snapped it on, and I was like, I'm about to bring these out here, so when they tell me you can't wear them, I'm going to be like, they Reebok, though. They Reebok. You got to end up messing with me right there. You feel me? So that's what I'm bringing over there. But it's excitement, man. It's Showtime, Mr. Entertainment, you know. It's one of those things that I'm end up going to be me, and they're not ready for this. Like, you know, it's one of those things. Like on my phone call, I was, like, waiting on the phone call with Dana. I end up letting them know, like, hey, y'all need more light skins out there, man. Like, let me get out there. It's like, let the light brights be out here that perform like these dark skinned people. I'm just simply saying, you know, like, let me in. But, you know, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be very entertaining. I'm, like, here, like I was stating, here to take over. Like, it's one of those takeovers honestly real and it's about to end up happening. You know, I already know it's going to end up opening up these doors where a lot of people are going to sit there and trash talk. And, you know, I'm not, like, one of the best trash talkers, but I can automatically, like, hyphen, like, a lot of freaking... Basically, my trash talking that's going to end up happening is going to be, like, phrasing movies and, like, music songs and stuff like that, you know? Like, Skip. Like, you know, my man Skip. I always like to go to Skip. Like, that's my runway thing. Like, come on, Skip. I'm just trying to smoke my Black and Miles, Skip. Skip. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. So I'm bringing personality, man. They're going to end up loving me. They're just one of those things. People are going to love me. They're going to end up wanting me just to be around me, and like I stated, you hear me or be around me for like a good 5 minutes, you're gonna freaking love me. It's one of those things. You know, I'm bringing excitement, smiles, and even ones that are like sad. It's gonna be like, you know what? I'm coming here just to watch him, because everything I end up doing, me in the cage, I am a completely different person, but you see the passion and all the work that I end up placing in the cage, you know. And then when I'm outside, I'm free-hearted, I'm like a loved one and all that other stuff. Like, you know, like, hey, after this, you're probably going to want to invite me over for dinner, man. I'm just simply saying. Yeah. So it's like small things like that, man. You know, so yeah.
Your upcoming opponent, former champ, Renan Barao, he's on a 2-fight losing streak and could be possibly fighting for his job in this fight. Could that dynamic make him more vulnerable to your arsenal of attacks?
To be honest, with it or without it, I'm already a bad matchup for him. That's just being real. And I'm not just simply stating him. I'm saying everybody in this weight class, I am a bad matchup. Like, you know, Like, you already know what I'm good at. You already know what I'm going to end up doing. And it comes down to that moment as in, what are you going to end up, or what was your camp in preparation of the situation to stop me? Because I'm coming forward. It's one of those things. I'm going to move. I'm coming forward. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you hard. You know, basically everybody turns into a wrestler when they end up going against me, and it comes down to that moment as in, okay, let me go ahead and do this jits. I understand he's a black belt guy. I get that. But when it comes to standing up, I'm a black belt. So it's one of those like situations where you got to get to me, you know. And even if we did come to the floor, I like to play. I like, you know, like you could bring me down there. I don't mind jumping in the pool full of sharks. I don't mind doing that. I'm guaranteed I'll come out. Like, you know, you throw me in the jungle with a pack of lions and tigers, I bet $100, or even wolves, I'm gonna bet $100 that I'll come out leading that pack or with a new fur coat. Simply. You feel me? So it's just like one of those things, like, this is how I am. And I'm always going to have this mentality and personality and, like, flow about things. It's about me, you know? And just the confidence of me just walking in. Because, you know, everybody ends up having a little nervous wreck. I don't get nervous. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things. Like, you don't get nervous sitting on your own toilet at your house. Like, let's be real. You know? The day that you get nervous, that ain't your home. And like I stated, the cage is my home. So it doesn't matter where it's at. I could be in somebody else's, like, backyard as in Brazil. I'm home already. As soon as we enter the cage, I'm home. So, under the lights, it's like 100% showtime. That's what they're going to get. Mr. Highlight. Everybody, hi.
Yeah, you are going to go to his backyard, enemy territory. You're making your debut. You're facing a former champ, a big name. Do you live for these moments?
Oh, yes. All the time, man. Like, all the time. The bigger the crowd, better the performance. That's how I look at it. And it's like, I'm going to go out there, and I understand they're going to end up booing, you know, hate this guy, et cetera, but when I get done leaving, I'm going to build a bigger fan base with the world and in Brazil, you know. They're going to end up treating me like it's like a home for me, so I'm going to be definitely down there, you know, showing love and respect, you know. And it's going to be definitely nothing but respect to Renan Barao, because I understand he's like the old king of the lions of the jungle and everything, but in reality, it's the old versus the new, and it's the new wave, and I am the wave. Not the new wave, I am the wave. Like, you know, I'm surfing my own wave. I'm giving you guys the wave now. So they got to end up flowing on my train now, and they're going to end up seeing the beginning of something that's getting ready to take over, which is going to be something big in the next, basically in the next month following or the years following after, you know. So yeah, they're going to end up seeing something bright. Shine like a diamond, like the song. I feel like it's 100% off, but I'm trying. You know, but shine bright like a diamond. There it is. That's how it goes. You know.
Earlier you mentioned that, you know, you're gonna move up to featherweight eventually. Why that decision to move up?
Oh, cause I'm not gonna lie, man. I like to eat. Like, everybody, they be over here and I understand it. Like, I get on these diets, it doesn't kill me and all whatnot, but, you know, I do like to still eat. Like, I want to be comfortable when I end up, like, cutting weight, because I can drop down to 45 easy, you know. And I already know that I have a power to punch with them. I feel like I honestly can punch with the 155/70s, like, you know, because the majority of, like, the sparring partners I end up having, they're heavier than me, and like, I end up exchanging. And you gotta remember, I come from a boxing background, so boxing heavier guys is like custom to me. You know, it's already original. It's one of those things. If I already know the difference from the 35 and 45, 35, I definitely muscle my way through anything, you know. But 45, I can muscle my way through, but it becomes more technique, because you got some of those people that are just gonna sit on you, like, you know, basically bring out the fight and make it boring, you know. And I'm not the boring type, so everything ends up critiquing as in the right time, and the right time for me is just keep building up my jits and wrestling, and when the time is right, it's going to be with the right opponents and exciting opponents. Like, one, like, you know, you have Max Holloway, that's going to be exciting at 45. Like, you know, you have Brian Ortega, which is like mean on the ground, and he's from out here anyway, so I think that would be like a bright fight. I'm actually a fan of him, you know, but at that situation, I know that his style and my style will be exciting. And, you know, majority of anybody that watched that is going to be like, hold on, he might get, you know, if he gets a hold of you, it's over. Like, you know, so it's going to be like pins and needles on that, like that type of fight. But at the same time, I know I hit hard. So regardless of me hitting him, it's going to be pins and needles on that situation. But right now, no one ends up knowing that because it's my debut. But they'll get it after the Renan Barao. And when I handle my business there, they're going to say, okay, this guy is legit. And then, I'll move on and fight the next people like Sugar O'Malley I'm a fan of. And since I'm a fan, I definitely want that fight to happen. That will be, interesting. And then you got TJ and Cody. I know Cody already came off that deep loss, but Cody's still dangerous. That would be exciting. And then when I get to TJ, knock all these weight classes out, and that's literally how I just gave you the names is how I want my fight contract to honestly be, that. When I go up to 45, or the featherweight, that's what I want. I want Brian Holloway. I feel like I'm about to say his name 100% wrong, but his name is Zabit.
Zabit.
It's 100%. Yeah, Zabit. There you go. All right, so hey, if he ends up watching it, my bad, but I'm excited. He's an exciting fighter as well, He's very interesting, but, very dangerous with his, with his grappling and everything. But he likes to bring excitement before he gets to his grappling, and I think that'll be an interesting fight. So anything that becomes interesting, even if I end up going to 55, you got Khabib and Conor, that'll be an interesting fight. Even all the other ones that are there. Anything that's interesting and exciting that I feel like I should end up losing, or people feel like, hey, you'll lose, is the fights that I want. Because those are exciting ones to me, and I'm here to make excitement. I like that.
Yeah, with your physical attributes and skill set, there is a lot of exciting matchups for you to have in the future once you get your feet cemented into the division.
Oh, definitely. And I'm like I said, I am open to every one of them. Hey, if they got a number on their name, I'm trying to take their numbers. So we'll fight for numbers. I like that. Like I said, I'm an athlete. I'm very competitive. If you told me, it don't even matter what the situation. Even if I ain't good at it, I'm going to go ahead and talk like I'm the best, and I'm going to convince you to know that I'm the best at that if it was freaking volleyball, or ping pong, in which I really do suck. I'll go ahead and say this. I am going to honestly speak like I am the champ at that bad boy. Why? Because I'm very competitive. You told me to go play basketball one-on-one with LeBron James, I am going to end up telling you that I'm going to beat him, and I can guard him, and I'm going to sit there and say things like that. So, just like I said, I am very competitive. Anybody that wants it, hey, you guys can get it. I love a good fight. It becomes exciting, we're good.
All right, September 22nd, UFC Fight Night 137 in Brazil. Renan Barao, the former champ, will be facing you. It's going to be exciting. You're going to have, man, it's one of the most exciting debuts a fighter can have, man. It's very rare to have that opportunity, and good luck to you, man. It was good talking.
Truly appreciate you. Thank you. I really do.